Can I tell you a secret?
Yes.
I've never seen Jean Dielman.
Ooh.
It's December, and we are that much closer to our goal of 20,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We just recently crossed over 19,000, so you guys could help. If you have not already subscribed, we've got about a month to go to get us to our goal of 20,000. It's been so great to see so many new faces out there, especially now with award season coming. So thanks a lot for that. Hit the button if you have not. We'd love to see you. Award season is happening as we speak. We have breaking news as we speak. While we're recording this, our friends across the country in New York at the New York Film Critics Circle are doing their end of the year voting. So far, they have picked Cate Blanchett for Tar for Best Actress. They picked Colin Farrell for both After Yang and Banshees of Inisherin. And then those are kind of expected picks, but then some really interesting ones like Keke Palmer in Nope as Best Supporting Actress and Top Gun Maverick for cinematography. Take that, Roger Deakins.
That's a bold one. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think we've been in these rooms, we're both members of LA Film Critics, and I think there's always like a couple of categories where somebody will suggest something that's maybe not like at the top of everybody's list, but people will kind of go, oh yeah, oh that was, oh yeah, and you can sway folks, and I love their left field choices are always fun. I still have the greatest respect for them for giving Regina Hall Best Actress for Support the Girls a couple years ago. So yeah, well played.
Indeed, yeah. So they have picked Ke Huy Quan for Everything Everywhere for Supporting Actor, All the Beauty and the Bloodshed for Documentary, Marcel the Shell for Animated, which is an interesting choice.
Yeah, EO for Foreign, or International rather. I have not yet either, but I'm going to see it this weekend.
And they picked After Sun for Best First Feature, which we just reviewed earlier this week. So all the more reason to go and catch up with After Sun. So we'll keep an eye on that for you. They are wrapping up there. And speaking of prestige cinema, we have a new best movie ever on the history of the planet. It's called Jean Dielman,
which I'm very excited about. I'm a big fan of this movie. We did 2 Jean Dielman episodes on A Film and a Movie when I was doing that podcast with Daniel Thompson. It's an influential film. It is an important work of feminist cinema, but I think also just like really stands up as a movie that as Sam Adams pointed out on Twitter, this is a movie that doesn't give you like dazzling shots or zippy editing or, kind of pop culture winks. This is a movie that makes you think about how a body moves through the world.
Can I tell you a secret?
Yes.
I've never seen Jean Dielman.
Well, as the late great Roger Ebert would say, I envy you getting to see it for the first time.
It's very diplomatic because in a world where we're all like one-upping each other and trying to obscure each other, I feel like a lightweight having never seen Jean Dielman, but I know that it matters.
Sure. And look, I believe in confessing that stuff whenever possible. I've never seen Man with a Movie Camera, which is in the top 10. I got to catch up on that one. But yeah, no, it's a great movie. We were talking about this on the Linoleum Knife. I saw it projected for the first time. That was a movie I was holding on to see it at the theater, and I saw it at the late lamented Bing Theater at LACMA back when they had that. And it was great. If you're going to watch it at home, and it is on the Criterion Channel, turn off your devices, close the curtains, just immerse yourself, because it is a movie that is impossible to half watch. If you half watch, it will be just like endless and tedious. But if you really meet it at its level and at its pace and see what it's doing, where Chantal Ackman's putting the camera, all the subtle grace notes of Delphine Seyrigg's performance. It's an extraordinary film. Did we talk about Ms. America on this show or no?
We talked about Mrs. America on the Patreon, and I know that the final shot of Jean Dielman is or Mrs. America rather, is an homage to that, of her sitting at the table peeling apples or cutting fruit, something like that.
Yeah.
So I don't think I mentioned that. When I say it's the best film of the planet, it's based on the Sight and Sound poll.
Yes.
Every 10 years, the Sight and Sound poll. I have never been asked to be in the Sight and Sound poll, but a lot of our friends have been, and it's a daunting prospect to pick the 10 best movies ever. Anyway, so those lists are all out there. In case you follow your favorite film critics, they probably have their favorite list out there.
This is the first time that a film directed by a woman has topped the list. Newcomers, films that didn't exist the last time they did this list. Jordan Peele's Get Out, Celine Sciamma's A Portrait of a Lady on Fire, and Barry Jenkins' Moonlight all made the list for the first time this year.
And Parasite, maybe?
And Parasite, yes, I was forgetting.
Yeah,
that. Yes,
for sure. No, and that just seems like a reflection of maybe the people who are being asked are younger and more diverse, not unlike the Oscar voting. Because for decades it was like Citizen Kane, and then it was Vertigo.
Vertigo, yeah. No,
Which are unimpeachable choices, but like solid older choices.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, it's an interesting mix of things. And there's the inevitable, like, I can't believe they left out, which is the whole point of lists.
That is the fun of it. Yes.
But yeah, I mean, Do the Right Thing is on there, and Singing in the Rain made it into the top 10, which I'm delighted about. So yeah, it's a cool list. Check it out. And if you have not seen a lot of these films, Criterion Channel put out a press release that like more than half of them are currently streaming there. So you could probably catch up with quite a few there.
There you go. Also, from that to movies that perhaps aren't quite such classics, we have so many trailers this week. I know the trailers are your favorite, but did you watch the trailer for Cocaine Bear?
I was tempted, but I have not watched the Cocaine Bear trailer.
Oh, you're missing out on fun.
The bear, it fucking did cocaine. Did cocaine.
But I saw like the cast list, and that it's Elizabeth Banks directed it. And I recently went on Scott Weinberg's what's his podcast
Overhated.
called? Overhated. Thank you. I went on Overhated to defend Elizabeth Banks's Charlie's Angels from 2019. So I'm thrilled to see a new movie from her.
Indeed. So we have it's an incredible cast. It's a little Americans reunion with Kerry Russell
and Margot Martindale
and Matthew Rhys. So that looks like fun. That comes out in January of next year. We have a trailer for Indiana Jones 5 with a sexy de-aged Harrison Ford. Mm-hmm. We have the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 that comes out in May of next year. Indy comes out in June of next year. Guardians comes out in May of next year. There's another Transformers. They keep making Transformers movies. That comes out in June of next year. And then there's a trailer also for the Harry and Meghan documentary series on Netflix that Liz Garbus directed.
Oh, okay.
So that looks kind of interesting. Oh, also the Super Mario Brothers.
Oh, right. Yes. Let us not forget.
Are you excited about that?
No.
You're like, no, I am not actually. The Mandalorian 3 season 3 will come out March 1st of 2023. We will definitely be recapping that for you on our Patreon.
Yes,
In case you missed it, we did all of Andor and we loved Andor. So please go check out our thoughts on that and please chime in with yours. That's coming out. And then some very sad news that Christine McVie died.
Yes. Rock legend. One of my favorite things somebody wrote online was, they're talking about the song "You Make Love and Fun." Mm-hmm. So this is a woman who wrote a song about having sex with someone who is not her husband, and then made her husband perform it every night on stage.
And she was the glue. She was the glue in that band. She was the reasonable, stable one of that band.
Yeah, exactly. She was the relatively sane member of Fleetwood Mac. So,
I was just reading the really great New York Times obit about her, and she was saying that the way they dealt with that, with all of the drama and all of the extramarital fiascos, was that they were just extremely high all the time.
Well, that's one way.
And like, imagine being that good at your job and being totally high the whole time.
True. Yeah. They still play those instruments.
Right. And like, they made one of the most important rock albums ever, and still enduring decades later. And so that was, very sad. And you can hear Christine McVie's voice in the TV ads for the car ads that include Everywhere.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. And she's got some great solo stuff too. Like, Love's Got a Hold on Me. It's a banger.
There you go. So R.I.P. Christine McVie. She was 79 years old.